I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Health officials say despite good COVID-19 numbers, now is not the time to become complacent. John R. King reports.
As of Monday, total positive cases in Flagler County were just 207. That's the lowest count of all Central Florida counties. In addition, the rate of new cases continues to trend downward and is stable at 1%. Flagler County Health Officer Bob Snyder says they continue to watch nursing homes and long-term care facilities very carefully, and while those numbers are low, there is still reason to be vigilant.
All those individuals to date have tested negative, both residents and staff. However, we are wary about the 26 states around the country who have shown a 10% increase in positive cases over the last 10 days. So we're watching Florida and we're watching our area very, very closely.
Snyder says the county's fatality rate from COVID-19 is now 5, following the death last Friday of an 80-year-old man who did not have contact with a known case or a recent history of travel. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John R. King.
Flagler County Commissioner Joe Mullins' brother has died. Dr. Robert Mullins, who was a surgeon in Augusta, Georgia, and a national burn care leader, died Sunday. Joe Mullins tells WNZF his brother died of an aneurysm. He says his brother had a weakened aorta due to throat cancer. Robert Mullins served as medical director of the JMS Burn Center at Doctors Hospital and was president and CEO of the Burn and Reconstructive Centers of America. He was also a founding board member of the Georgia Trauma Foundation. He was best known for saving patients who many say couldn't be saved. He's credited with creating the Mullins technique that's become a standard of care nationally, and even helped a patient who suffered 90% burns over their body play sports again. Joe Mullins tells WNZF his family is absolutely devastated, and they've received multiple calls from patients calling Dr. Robert Mullins a hero. Robert Mullins was 54. City Hall in Palm Coast is slated to open next month, but City Manager Matt Morton warns
it will be different.
Masks will be required at all times for staff and visitors inside the building.
We will have some masks here to give to the public. We will be requiring a temperature check. It's very quick. It's non-intrusive. It's non-invasive. It's just a simple scan they'll do at your forehead. It literally takes a second or so. You will be answering some health questionnaires. Just 3 simple questions about have you been in contact, are you feeling ill, or have you been around someone with COVID or flu-like symptoms.
Occupancy restrictions will also be in place. Groups are limited to 50 persons or less, and you'll see social distancing markers on the floor. Palm Coast City Council will also resume its first in-person meeting on July 7th with the same requirements in place.
It will be limited to no more than 50 people, and out of respect for that, we will continue for the time being to have most of our staff Zoom into the meetings as we have to provide a space for our public to come in, because we will have to cap the meeting at 50 people.
City Hall will reopen July 6th. Just one day before the council returns to in-person meetings. A felon just arrested a month ago is picked up once again by Flagler County Sheriff's deputies. Tony Magoo has the details.
On June 12th, Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies were conducting a proactive patrol when they observed a red 2015 Hyundai Sonata traveling eastbound on MLK Jr. Avenue with a broken taillight. Deputies gave chase when the driver refused to stop. He was later identified as Sean Stewart. With us this morning is Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley. This is the second time in a month that this guy's been arrested, right, Sheriff?
The first arrest resulted in him also being charged with felony possession of various narcotics. Apparently, he did not learn his lesson.
A short time later, Stewart abandoned his vehicle on South Peach Street and fled on foot. When deputies caught up with Stewart, he was sweating profusely, out of breath, and missing a shoe.
So this time he went to jail shoeless and tired.
Stewart was taken to the Sheriff Perry Hall Inmate Detention Facility and is being held on a $10,500 bond. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
Smart meters, smart switches, FPL has it all.
We don't mean to be smart Alex in this report, but it is true that Florida Power and Light has smart meters that spokeswoman Marie Berto says will tell the utility when your power is out. She also said they have smart switches.
There's 2 different types of switches. One actually redirects power, and that makes a power outage smaller. In some cases, smart switches will detect any kind of issue on the line and will let us know.
Berto said that the smart switch allows FPL to fix a problem before it becomes an outage. To listen to more of what Marie Berto says FPL is doing in Flagler County, download the Flagler Radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, Berto talks about Storm Secure Underground. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
Residents of Plantation Bay have been issued a boil water notice. E. coli bacteria was detected in one of the wells, which has since been shut down until the problem is corrected. Residents should boil water before drinking it or use bottled water. This bacteria was found during regular routine testing by U.S. Water Services, said Flagler County Administrator Jerry Cameron. We've had so much heavy rain lately that we believe we have experienced seeping surface contaminants into that well. Water leaving the plant and distribution system have tested negative. Those who have a severely compromised immune system, have an infant, or are elderly may be at increased risk and should seek advice about drinking water from a healthcare provider. The next sampling of the water will occur at some point today. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Rich Carroll.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.